Welcome to When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop STL. I'm your show host, Israel Picasso. We tuning live from St. Louis, Missouri. Today's guest is Caine.
Caine.
Yeah. All the way from the 216. Can you talk to him?
Yes,
Introduce
sir.
yourself real quick, man.
What's going on? It's Caine. I'm from Cleveland or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Managed by Bone Thugs and Harmony. Y'all already know what it is, man.
For sure. All right. First off, man, I want to say I appreciate you coming on the platform, man, and showing your frequency and your vibration to this motherfucker, man.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's all love. It's all love. Like I was saying, man, this podcast is strictly to bring vibrational frequency and awareness to hip hop everywhere, though. You feel me? Like we trying to raise this shit. They just gave us November for hip hop month, so we trying to keep this shit going.
Yeah.
Real shit. All right. So with that being said, I want to ask you, man, how was it for you growing up in Cleveland, man?
Man, you know, Cleveland though, like it's like if you ever been in the Midwest, it's like all them cities kind of the same, like Indiana, Detroit, Chicago, like Cleveland. It's all like the same mentality. It's a like dog eat dog world in this bitch, man. You gotta really learn how to take care of yourself fast.
Yeah.
You from the Midwest. St. Louis ain't no different. I've been out there. It reminds me of home a lot.
That's real. Okay. How did you find out that you had this musical talent, man? Like what made you want to start doing this shit?
Man, my father used to fuck with music when I was little and shit, right? He had like a karaoke and shit, and he used to be fucking with that shit all the time. And then my older brother was fucking with rap and shit. So it was like watching them do something, it made me get inspired to want to do it too. So it was just like following in the bloodline footsteps, you know, like seeing them do it. It's like, I want to be like them, so I'm gonna do this shit too. And then I developed a pure love for it, like at a young age.
So that's how you fell in love with it, like through your father and all of them.
My father was singing. He was fucking with the singing shit. He wasn't good or nothing, but he loved trying to do it or whatever. And my brother started rapping and shit, my older brother and shit. And then I just jumped in that shit after him.
Okay.
I didn't take it serious or nothing at first, though. It was just because it was just like a play thing. I really don't count till the first time a nigga paid me to rap. That's when I consider myself being serious.
Right. Like when you first started this shit, like do you remember like the first time you recorded, like you remember the shit you laid down?
Oh yeah, I remember the first everything with the first time when I was fucking with it. It was a nigga here named Fatty Banks or whatever. He had a studio or whatever. He let me come in when I was like in middle school and I used to just lay tracks down up in there.
Type shit. Okay. Now what kind of inspiration did you get from like the local, not the local artists, but the bigger artists coming from Cleveland? Because you got some motherfuckers coming from Cleveland now. You heard me, like, you know, and that's why I want to touch on this record I just heard. This Move On record.
Moved On. Yeah, that bitch go crazy.
Money Making Moves. All of this shit, man. Like,
too.
How did you put that song, the record, Money Moves together with Lazy Bone? Like, what was the process behind that shit? Like, how y'all put that shit together?
It's a whole backstory to the Money Moves joint because it's like, you know, coming from the close up out there, with them coming through NWA, then I'm coming up under them. It was like I be on the West Coast so much, I wanted to redo a West Coast vibe record. So it was just like I was listening to shit and seeing what was cracking at the time. And I was like, it was in between a few beats and shit. Because I almost used the Eazy-E Rather Be With You, the Bootsy Collins joint first. But I wanted something with more high energy. So I was like, fuck it.
Because you definitely, so I was like, that motherfucker had that energy to it too.
Yeah. I feel like that beat hadn't been touched since Jim Jones and Caine did it, which was like 20 years ago.
And you damn near gave it a 2021 Eazy-E deal, like Midwest. You hear me?
Exactly. Yeah. And we swagged on that joint, so we brought it up to date on the, you know what I'm saying? It was like, I just felt like it was only right because it was like I never tapped in to none of the people that putting me on right now. I never tapped into none of their sounds. Like I never did no remake of no Bone record or nothing. It
Yeah.
was just like this Easy E record just felt perfect. And then we
Yeah.
added Lay on it, and then Mook jumped on it. And what's crazy is I actually did this song before Megan Thee Stallion did Girls in the Hood. I just
Straight up.
yeah, she dropped Girls in the Hood, and it just made me sit on that record because I'm like, it sound like now it sound like I'm doing what she did. But the crazy thing about crazy thing about that her record is we recorded this shit in the same studio. And I had my shit in there. I was trying to get like RJ on the record or whatever, and I was talking to Steve Bill, seeing who I could get on the record. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, she popped out with that bitch. And Scott Storch produced it. That's the same studio I was recording in Scott Storch studio in LA. So
that's crazy. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, so I benched the record. So it was like, fuck it. That's why it came out like, that's why I say the 2019 Born the First, because we was recording in 2019.
Yeah.
We recorded it, yeah. So like I'm dropping some jewels on the record.
Yeah,
so
you got a different vibe to it now. You got that,
because it was 2019.
That shit got that thump to it, cuz.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Most definitely. So now we gonna move on from that, and we're gonna talk about the record. Move on. You know what I'm saying?
That joint.
And look, even when I heard that record, I'm like, damn, this record sound different than the other record. Like even your voice, your frequency changed.
Night and day. The one thing about me as an artist, I adapt to the beat. Eugene on the sound did moved on, right? He gave it a futuristic feel, and it was just like, I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to go crazy. And with everything I was going through in my life at the time, it was just like, with the business, girls, money, everything, I just wanted to clear my head, and I just felt like people would fill a record where you just exhilarate yourself and just put it all out there like, nah, y'all got me fucked up right now. I can let all this shit go.
Oh my mom, I gotta move on from this shit. This shit
hold
me
move
back.
On. This shit hold me back.
Yeah.
That's why in the end of the first verse, I say that it's frustrating when you around some niggas who don't grow. So trust me, you gotta move on. You can be around people your whole life, and then if they ain't moving how you moving, eventually you need to move on.
Yeah. That shit if it don't serve you no more, you gotta move on.
And that's what that record was about. That's actually that's the first single off my new project, My Thoughts, that I'm dropping in December.
Okay. Shit, what kind of producers and shit you be working with?
Man, I be working with everybody on this joint though. I just got Eugene on the sound. He did a lot of joints on there. I got Position. He did a joint on there. I got Mook on the beats from Cleveland. That's my young nigga. He coming up. He did Moved Up. He did Money Moves.
Oh yeah, that shit was dope. See,
man, shit is crazy. And I got IV. He my bread and butter. He give me them deep records. When I need them records to talk to people's soul, I go tap in with IV. I got him on there. Who else I got on there? I got 808 Beezy on there. He from Cleveland. Like with this album, I was jumping back in the water, so I didn't use a lot of well-known producers. You know what I'm saying? But I got the ones that I got on there. They fire. You feel me?
Yeah.
I got a couple collabs on the album. I got Dog Crown on the album. I got DJ Paul from 3-6 Mafia on the album. And I got the Bone family on there. Mookie Montonio on there. I got my little homie Big 40 from Cleveland on there. I got Mikhail Cole on there. He do a lot of shit from Germany. But yeah, it's going though.
Damn. How you get all the motherfuckers on the records and shit like that? Like how you get Dog now?
My first album when I got with Bone called Addiction, I did 5,000 copies independent through SoundScan. I hit Billboard, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, I got a huge fan base now. I'm pulling in like, I got merch. I'm pulling in 3 to 5 a month off merch, like alone.
Damn.
Like, yeah, like people get my name tatted on them. I don't even got tattoos, bro. No ink. So shout out to them. That's all love. You know what I'm saying? They just the music touching people in that way. So like, other artists seeing it. So the merch company I'm up under, they do merch for a lot of big artists. So them big artists will notice I'm cooking. And then I'll reach out and they'll be like, shit, let me hear some of this shit. They be fucking with it and they be like, yeah, we can do this. We can make this happen. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Life Apparel. They the ones who put together me and DJ Paul. You know what I'm saying? Because they do merch for 3-6 Mafia.
Damn,
it's like,
that's
man,
dope.
We got this artist coming up, Indy. You want to see if you want to do something with him? All he said was like, I don't even do collabs for real. He like, so it ain't no money number. It's just like, if he send me something over I like, I'm gonna fuck with it. I sent him over this record called Background, and he love that bitch. We ended up shooting a video for it in LA. It's my next single. I'm gonna drop it on Black Friday.
All right, most definitely.
Yeah.
Most definitely. I'm gonna check that motherfucker out too. For real.
Yeah.
For real, for real. Like, I gotta ask you, how you end up fucking with Bone and shit though? Like, how that shit happen?
Same city, same hood, same people. Like, I'm way younger than them, but I was born on 113th of St. Clair, right? Bone 99. That's literally 2 streets up. My grandmama, she 105 of Ilk. So like I'm over there top a lot. Most of them is from 105 of Remington. So I got to see all that shit as a kid growing up. So like just naturally I knew people they was gonna know. I didn't even reach out to Bone to work or nothing. It just was like I was going crazy in the city. I was doing the intros to the radio station, shit like that. I was fresh in high school, whatever. And they had a security guard named Buck Dolan. And Buck, he was fucking with my older brother that I told you rap before. And I had the project with him, and Buck loved that shit. He ended up getting it to Wishbone. Wishbone loved the shit. Took it to Crazy Bone. Niggas came at me about, you know what I'm saying, doing this music shit to another level. At first, the first time, it wasn't like I wasn't on a label. I was just affiliated. I was just around. And then probably a couple of years down the line, after I went and did my own thing or whatever, it just made more sense. And then that's when I jumped in the gate with them. We did the record when the music stopped and shit popped off after that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, shit. What you plan on bringing to the table, as far as like in this hip hop culture that you know motherfuckers ain't doing right now?
Reality.
Yeah. Real shit. Yeah. It ain't none of that going on.
Everybody doing a lot of shit. You can bring one thing a person can never bring that you can bring to anything is your personal experience and your personal life. They can't because they ain't you. So like
that's real.
The one aspect you can always do nobody else doing is you. So as long as I bring me to the table, it's something new. You feel me? Yeah. And right now, so much going on with the world. You need a nigga dropping them jewels and them gems on teaching these youngsters how to come up, how to establish their own self, get paid, take stuff serious. A lot of people tell you about the good parts, but they don't tell you about the bad parts at the same time. I just want to get a balance with it. Like if you listen to the records that you was talking about, Moved On, Money Moves, even though them like 40 records and sounding hype, if you pay attention to what I'm saying, you
talking that shit. You talking that shit.
Even with a nigga swagging on them bitches. Yeah.
And that's what I listen to. When I listen to a record, I want to hear some shit that's gonna touch my mind. You know what I'm saying? It's too much shit going on. I don't want to just bob my head to the beat. I want to hear what a nigga saying.
Yeah. And what's crazy is them singles. So like on them records, I'm not even really trying to like go all in like that. I'm trying to sell you a brand and a product to smile with, have fun with. You could probably drink to these records. But at the same time, I want to drop them subliminal gems that you don't even know you catching. Like when I said that earlier, that you know what I'm saying, it's frustrating when you around some niggas home grow. Like you don't even catch something like that to this.
That's real.
Or like when I said, fuck the president, don't even I like the jail. You know what I'm saying? Dropping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm up in the city, so people be coming to the bathroom.
Hey, no, you good, my nigga. You good, my nigga. Hey, what advice can you give to the motherfuckers, the younger generation coming up in your city that want to follow in your footsteps?
Don't chase. Create the space. Like the one thing I taught people, like when I was chasing radio play, club play, I was spending money on music. I ain't started making money off music till I realized I don't need them. I need to make them need me. And you can create your own brand in your own space. And that's what I think all artists should do. Develop yourself. Don't go around thinking somebody gonna put something on the table and do it for you because they not. They're gonna take your money, they're gonna fuck you over. You just gonna be mad at the end of the day. You gonna wanna do some gangster shit, fuck people up and all that because you didn't spend bread. But at the end of the day, if you find your sound, find your lane and get people to fuck with you, they gonna come to you, man. That's what I did. I ain't go to all them, I ain't go for radio play and all that. And I start selling shit. Like You can go on my page. See, I sell merch all day to people. You know what I'm saying? My spins is all legit, everything organic. I was like, you can fake it. They say fake it till you make it get people attention, and they do, the people that don't know. But you can fake it all day, but you can't fake it with yourself. When you go home and you pay for these views and these likes, and you realize you're not popping. At the end of the day, all you're doing is wasting time. Don't get popping. Yeah. Stay focused. Don't let nobody tell you your shit whack. If you believe in your shit, that's all you need. I seen Gucci Man say that shit one time, and that was like the dopest shit I took from anything he ever did. He did a lot of dope shit. But he said, if I were listening to people, I wouldn't even be where I'm at right now. He like, everybody told me I couldn't rap. He like, everybody. And look at him. Nigga, trap guy. Feel me?
That's real. That's real. All right. With that being said, man, I gotta ask you, what's your top 5 dead or alive?
I mean, top 5 dead or alive, you gotta go Pac. Pac the Michael Jordan of this shit. If you don't think Pac the Michael Jordan of this shit, you really just hate him. You know? Like that shit just hating if you, cause nigga be like, Pac ain't lyrical. Man, that lyrical shit be overrated because the nigga is lyrical, he poetic. You know what I'm saying? Nigga can't just write Dear Mama. That
nigga still listening to Pac. Nigga still listening to Pac right now.
His shit don't get dated. Like, I love Weezy. Weezy in my top 5, but a lot of his shit sound dated to me. I can't play some of his shit no more and get the feeling when it came out. It don't got that same impact no more. When you said top 5, I'm gonna have to go Pac. I'm gonna have to go Jay-Z. I fuck with hoes heavy.
Okay. Oh yeah, Biggie. Most definitely.
Yeah, Biggie. I gotta throw Biggie in. Biggie, but you know what? Biggie sample size so small. He like, I'm gonna give him honorable mention just because he ain't have a lot of work out there. You feel me?
Right.
I'm gonna go Pac. I'm gonna go Hov. No order. Order is Pac number 1. Everything else you can put in the Pac. Pac 1. Then you got like Hov. You got Weezy. You got. See, I'm a big Bone fan because I'm from Cleveland, so I got Crazy Bone in there because I know he constructed all them hooks. I feel like he brought that singing shit to the rap. So like,
that harmonize, and then twist the words up and shit.
All that shit come from Crazy Bone sound, like Bone sound. So it's like I gotta throw him in my top 5, especially influences. You feel me?
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah. So I go with that. I go with the, you know what I'm saying, Pac, Hov, Weezy, Biggie, Cray. Yeah, I can roll with that.
All right. Shit. With that being said, if somebody want to book you for a show or do a feature with you, what's the ticket and how can they find you on, to contact?
Well, the ticket different for every instance. Like, if a nigga want me in the studio in this city, it's gonna cost more than if a nigga want an email feature. So I just tell a nigga, hit me up on IG or my booking info, CaineTLBookings@gmail.com, or hit me up on IG. It's different prices for different everything. Like, nigga might want 8 bars, nigga might just want a hook. So I can't standardize a price, but like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't did shit for less than 1,500 in years though, so it's gonna be something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Most definitely. Well, shit, that's pretty much all I had to ask you. Shit, if you got anything else, you got anything else you want to, add in? Shit, we can go ahead.
Shout out to everybody doing their thing. Shout out when I first fell in love with hip hop St. Louis. Next time I come out to the city, I'm gonna invite you to the concert so we can get a.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Definitely.
I appreciate that.
It's over now. It's back up. It's on the flow, baby. So yeah, shout out to everybody fucking with me. Go follow me.
Oh, that's real, man. I appreciate the love, bro.
All day, bro. You showing me love, I gotta show it back. Caine 216
for sure.
On everything with a C, as you see on the chain. You know what I'm saying? Just go follow a nigga. I talk back. I holler at people. So if you want to get more acquainted with me, DM me. I'll send you some music. Link in the bio. You already know. Caine.
All right. This is another episode of When I Fell in Love with Hip Hop STL. I'm out of here.
All day. Yep.